Hello, I'm Kensington Cerebro. I go to Joliet Central and I am in the Orientations Technology class. This is my River and Dragster project. For this presentation, I will go over the CAD drawing, 3D model, and measurements, about the finished product, and then go on to the thank you and shoutouts. This is the 3D model and CAD drawing. It also includes the measurements that I followed. We 3D modeled the wheels in class. The first thing I did for this project was cutting the wood to an ideal size with a miter saw. Before we cut the wood, we measured it out to the right size and then cut it. After we cut the wood, we marked where we were going to drill the holes on the side. We drilled them all the way through with a drill press. The next thing we did was draw the lines to cut it with the bandsaw. This is important because it shows where to cut and what direction to cut it. Along with the drawing lines, we also drew the outline for the dragster. To do this, we cut out the CAD drawing and traced it. Then we cut the dragster with the bandsaw. This is where the dragster started to form its shape. I had to be very careful not to cut it too close because we needed to sand the dragster, which takes off more material from the dragster. After cutting the dragster with the bandsaw, we drilled holes onto the top of the dragster. We got the placement from the holes from the CAD drawing we cut out earlier. We drilled the holes at an angle only a little bit down. There was a piece of tape on the drill to know when to stop drilling. Then we started sanding the dragster to make it smooth. The dragster shape was not fully finished when we cut it with the bandsaw. Sanding it got rid of the excess wood that we left over when we initially cut it. It also made the edges smooth as well. The next thing we did was cut the dowels. To cut these, we used the bandsaw. We cut 4 of them from a long stick and we put them into the 2 drilled holes on the side and the 2 on the top. Painting was a fun way to customize the dragster to make it unique. I used black and teal paint to paint mine, and I used tape to make the lines an X shape. It took a couple days to paint because we had to let the paint dry overnight. After painting, we put the back dowel in the side holes and hammered the small nail into the wood just enough for it to stay in the dowel and not crack the wood. This nail makes the back wheels spin. Putting the dragster together included putting the dowels where they were meant to be and putting the front and back wheels on. I glued the 2 on the top down so the dragster would operate correctly. There is also a small rubber band on each back wheel for traction when the wheels spin. This is the finished project of the rubber band dragster. Thank you for watching my presentation. Shout out to Mr. West and Mr. J for helping me with this project.